Batting sixth, the center fielder, number 6, Hayden Calley. Batting seventh, the designated hitter, number 15, Camden Bird. Batting eighth, the second baseman, number 20, Mason Buzigar. Batting ninth, the right fielder, number 1, Josh Mack. And your starting left fielder for this evening's ball game for your South Coast Tarpons, number 5, Brock Johnson. Head coach Chandler Guidros and the rest of the South Coast Tarpons. Now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome your LHSA Division II defending state champion Vandebilt Catholic Terriers. Number 1, Peyton Piku. Number 2, Bryson LeBlanc. Number 5, Bola Day. Number 12, Ethan Robert. Number 17, Spencer Giolo. Number 18, Seth Abair. Number 19, Jaden LeBlanc. Number 20, Scotty Haydale. Number 21, Evan Boudreau. Number 22, Bryce Thibodeau. Number 23, Ethan Henney. Number 25, Cooper Glenn. Number 34, Thomas LeConte. Number 41, Hayden Newell. Now, ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome the starting lineup for this afternoon's ball game for the Vandebilt Catholic Terriers. Leading off and playing shortstop, number 7, Diego Archella. Batting second, center fielder, number 4, Jahari Coleman. Batting third, the designated hitter, number 9, Owen Gode. In the cleanup spot at first base, number 15, Julian Bourgeois. Batting fifth, the right fielder, number 6, Jacob Fairchild. Batting sixth and on the bump, number 13, James Guidry. Batting seventh, third baseman, number 24, John Wade. Batting eighth and behind the plate, number 8, Connor Walk. Batting ninth, the left fielder, number 16, Henri Lepere. And your starting second baseman for this afternoon's ball game for your Vandebilt Catholic Terriers, number 3, Seth Brown. Head coach Chad Menard, assistant coaches, Hal Bowman, Thomas Boudreau, Chris Cryer, Matthew Landgrass, Mike Thompson, and team media director Ethan Laird. Ladies and gentlemen, your Vandebilt Catholic Terriers. And now, ladies and gentlemen, we ask you please rise and gentlemen remove your caps for a prayer followed by the playing of our national anthem.
And welcome back here to Vandebilt. We're going to pause for our pregame prayer and then the national anthem.
Spirit. Amen. God, let me play well but fairly. Let competition make me strong but not hostile. Keep me from rejoicing in the failure of others. See me not when I am cheered, but when I bend to help my opponent up. If I know victory, allow me to be happy. If I am denied, keep me from envy. Remind me that baseball is a game. Help me to learn something that matters once the game is over. And if through baseball I set an example, let it be a good one. In Jesus' name we pray. Amen. Now, ladies and gentlemen, please direct your attention to the mound
Tarpons
Where
and
the
Terriers
city's
will be
first pitch
locking
was
up
thrown
here in
out by
just a
Vanderbilt
second.
Catholic Classic
We've already given you your starting
in
lineups.
statistician
We've
number
already
1,
previewed the
Hayden
matchup. Now it's
Piku.
time to play ball. First pitch going to be thrown out here. Peyton Piku on the mound. And he delivers a strike. And that'll get us rolling to start today's game. Good pitch,
Our
Peyton.
team statistician, 5 years with the Terriers, Hayden Piku.
I think it would be important for the Sanamo will stand in, and we're going to get rolling here from Vandebilt. Beautiful park, two good teams. Tarpons are trying to spoil Vanderbilt's opportunity to go through district undefeated. First pitch temperature, 70 degrees on the dot. And it is a strike, 0-1.
Third baseman for Terriers, Wade, playing in up on the grass.
Guidry stares in, and the 0-1. Inside corner for a strike, 0-2. Two pitches, one on the outside black, one on the inside black. The young man looks sharp early on. The pitch. Little bit too much outside that time. Tried to nibble a little bit too much off. It's 1-2.
Yeah, it's a good spot by Guidry, trying to get Sanamo to chase. Down 0-2.
First at bat of the game, the 1-2. Just got a piece of it, and we'll do it over again. That Tarpon contingent, they're going to be going work the gun. They want to see how hard Guidry's throwing, and they're going to want to see how hard Kirov's throwing. Charting some different things. The 1-2. Hit on the right side, gloved by the second baseman Brown, gets it to the bag, and there's your one away.
Watching the Terriers take infield and
Now that is
outfield
the Tarpons.
before the game.
The shortstop, number
They look
7,
very short.
Jacob Pierce.
Yeah, they do. Pierce will now stand in. He is the Tarpon shortstop. He has had a really good sophomore season.
The plays he's made at shortstop for us this year is remarkable.
And the one thing that was noteworthy, as that's high, when you go over the Vandebilt Senior Day, some of those first off, 5 gentlemen is not a whole lot. Then some of those are not in the lineup, so they're apparently a very young club too this year. The 1-0 is a strike.
Pierce was known to bunt sometimes in this situation.
Yeah, he gets down the line very well. Third baseman just at the edge of the grass in the third. Good hook for strike 1 and 2. We've seen some good pitching this year, but boy, that hook for Guidry seems to be a little sharper than most that we have seen. The 1-2. Wide, 2 and 2. In the early stages here from Vandebilt, top of the first inning, the Tarpons are trying to get an early run. On a day where we think runs could possibly be at a premium. The 2-2. Hit in the air to left and tailing foul.
No poop.
They're talking about it here in the press box. This is the land of the cool pop. We always, at home, we make the joke when a ball goes out of play. We will say cool pop on the radio sometimes, even though they don't give them away in Galliano. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Guidry's pitch. High, and it's full. Good battle.
If they would, Hobie Angelet would have about
All of them.
150
Yes,
of them.
he would be the CEO of the company. Full count to Pierce. And it's a walk in the dirt, so the Tarpons have a base runner. And, Coach, we said at the top of the inning, South of Lucia wanted to make Guidry work. 2 fairly long at-bats, so some good battles brewing. As now Jacob
Now
Curall will
the
stand
Tarpons,
in.
the pitcher, number 11, Jacob Curall.
Right here, 50-50. Sometimes Coach Gitros goes ahead with 1 out. He's going to bunt.
I don't think Mr. Curall is going to be bunt. Someone else in the lineup, perhaps, but Jacob swings it very well. And one thing that could factor into that decision, you shouldn't get a huge lead against a lefty, so maybe that'll play into it. That's foul into the screen 0-1.
Tarpons were doing a better job lately of laying down the bunts.
Yeah, oh yes, they have. There's no doubt about that. By the way, Tarpons in their visiting blue jerseys with the silver trim, Vandebilt in the home whites, the blue trim. Guidry will throw back, and the runner is in safe. Oh and 1 to Curall in the top of the first. Guidry delivers. That's hit in the air to center. Chasing Coleman back. He should get under it, and he does. Curall gave it a ride, but it is the second out.
Now that the Tarpons,
Coleman
first
just
baseman,
looked so
number 2,
smooth out there in
Jack
center
Ledet.
field. Took 4 or 5 steps back, and
I've been knowing him since he is a very small child. He has always made it look pretty easy. He is a very gifted athlete, really good kid too. As Jack Ledet will stand in. Lefty-lefty matchup here.
no shift on.
Yeah, right. Ellender did the outfield shift, yes. Tarpon coaches were kind of giggling about that, but hey, he hit it to the right fielder a lot, so it actually worked out for Ellender. What didn't work out for Ellender is that they threw 14 walks in the game. Lefty-lefty matchup. Guidry will throw back to first. Close play, but he's back in.
They've been doing their scouting. They know Pierce is very active on the bases.
And with 2 outs, going on contact, anything hit into an alley somewhere, you would have a good chance to score. The pitch is a strike, 0-1. LSU's taking on Kentucky in the box tonight. We'll get that scoreboard update for you throughout the course of the game. Schemes is on the mound for the Tigers. The 0-1. He throws back, and the runner's in safe.
Guidry has a pretty good move to first.
Yeah, he does. No, I know that, because usually when the pitcher throws back and the runner's in safe, I'll tell you after this 0-1. Which is delivered to the plate. Inside, nearly hit him. So, usually when they throw back and it's just kind of a, whatever, I'll throw it over and you're in safe thing, the Tarpon dugout will be saying, oh, not even close. They're not making any noise now, are they? But those have been some close plays out there. One ball and 1 strike. Day We'll see a pitch that's low, 2-1.
Didn't miss by much.
On deck is Eduardo Galicia. He has delivered some clutch hits for the Tarpons this season. He would love to get an opportunity in the first. The 2-1 is low again, 3-1. Good eye by Leday, not offering, but his pitches are not outside of the zone by a ton. One is maybe a good hit and run count as you're expecting a fastball. Does Coach Guitros roll the dice? He's not going, and it's a called strike. Now he's going to be going because it's 3-2. With a lefty, boy, Pierce better be careful that he's actually coming to the plate, because if you start leaning and try to get a head start, he's going to pick you off. And he does throw back, and Pierce does get back to the base.
Yeah, Pierce shortened his lead just a little on that last pitch or throw back to first. He has to be careful here.
He has the baseball. The 3-2. Foul, and we'll do it over again. We said make them work. They have. It's at least 15 or so pitches, if I had to guess, maybe even a little more. With some long at-bats. A full count. And another 3-2 pitch. It's in the air to left. Left fielder is under it, and he will make a diving play. The wind blew that ball in, and it ended up being a more difficult play than it looked like it needed to be. LePere makes the grab. Tarpons get a base runner, nothing on the board. We're going to the home half of the first. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Leading off the Terriers, the bottom of the first inning.
Again, we'll find out.
The shortstop, number 7, Diego Archila.
That game, if it's moved up or not.
Look, I don't know the logistics. I don't know what Destrehan's dealing with, but from our perspective, it makes a whole lot of sense to move it up. But that's just me. First pitch to Diego Archila from Jacob Curall is a strike 0-1. Curall has been terrific. He hasn't pitched a ton this year. Got back from basketball, had some soreness. But when he has pitched, he's been outstanding as that one's a ball 1-1.
It was a little outside. Eduardo tried to frame it back on the inside.
The 1-1. In the same spot. But caught a strike now, 1-2. Curall working that outside corner so far in the at-bat. The 1-2 pitch. Hit in the air a mile high on the right side and out of play. Ding! Off the roof out there. Like a field house that they got out here at Vandebilt. You can get some indoor work in, get some swings, indoor cages, different things. That's a luxury. When it rains, it's not just go home at 2:30. They get some work in over here. One ball and 2 strikes to Archilla. Curveball got him. Good pitch from Curall. Buckled him a little bit, and that's the first out of the inning.
Nice start.
Now the Terriers center fielder number 4,
Jahari Coleman. They call him Jay. Will stand in. He's a lefty. He runs well. He also has some pop in that bat. Pitch is a called strike on the inside corner. 0-1.
Sanamo at third base for the Tarpons, playing up on the grass, expecting bunt or playing the bunt.
Not a terrible idea.
No, very good idea.
The 0-1. Chopped foul on the right side, 0-2. So Cural's throwing some early strikes, getting ahead of hitters. Jacob is on his full rest, has not pitched in a week. And even when he last pitched, I don't think he extended to like 100 pitches. I think like threw like 80 or so. So he should be 110% today. The 0-2 is high. One ball and 2 strikes. It's the pitch in the dirt. And you know, the reality of it all is this could be his final appearance on the mound for the Tarpons.
Yes.
You know, maybe in relief Monday, but got a feeling he's going to try to leave it all out there today. The 2-2 hit in the air. Coleman gives it a ride. Hard hit ball. Collie chasing it back, gets under it. And there are 2 ways. So Coleman gives it a ride, but Collie's up to the task, and there's 2 outs.
Right off the bat, it looked like it was going to go over Collie.
Now that's the Terriers.
That wind must be
The
holding the ball
designated
up a
hitter,
little bit.
number 9, Owen Goday.
Owen Goday will stand in. He's the designated hitter. 2 quick outs. Remember that name from last year. Zero's pitch. High, 1-0. In the home half of the first inning, we're excited to have you with us here on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network, the 1-0. Hit hard, look out into the fence out there on the left side, foul, out of play. There are a lot of folks on some chairs out there that were a little nervous there for a second, even though they got the fence protecting them. Saw a lot of folks ducking for cover. I would have been one of them, the 1-1. Swing and a miss way out in front.
A shout out to all the Tarpon fans that have been listening to us during the course of the games this year at the park.
Yeah, we do have a nice little audience that comes to the park and listens. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. So it's a quick half inning for Curall. Tarpons are trying to take the lead in the second inning with Galicia, Halle, and Berg moving up to the plate when play resumes. It's the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Through 1 inning, and prediction looking
Leading off the
good.
Tarpons on the top of the second inning, the catcher, number 9, Eduardo Galicia.
Galicia will stand in.
Scores for that one.
Guidry, the lefty, threw 20-plus pitches in the first inning. The first one of the second innings popped up, should be routine and playable, and it is caught out in right field. 1 pitch, 1 out. A good start to the inning for Vandebilt.
Now batting for the Tarpons, center fielder, number 6,
Charles,
Colley.
be careful. He caught that ball just with one hand out there.
Where's the sun? It's out there this way. Yeah, those outfielders might be fighting the sun a little bit in the late afternoon as Kale will stand in. There's a strike, 0-1. Kale has been the Tarpons' leader in walks in recent days. He's drawn a bunch of them. The 0-1 chopped to the left side. The third baseman fields it, makes a throw, and it's picked out 2-away. A quick start to the inning for Guidry. 2 quick outs.
Nice job by Bourgeois for
Now batting for the Tarpons, the designated hitter, number 15, Camden Bird.
the little.
Camden Berg will stand in. Camden's been boom or bust. He's had some really nice games, some really nice swings. Some games he's been a little off balance, had some strikeouts. That's high 1-0.
Some bad luck when some
Yeah, some
third
bad luck.
strike calls.
Absolutely. No doubt. The 1-0. Hit in the air should be routine. Brown calling them off, and he makes the play, and that retires the side. So it's a very quick 1-2-3 inning for the Terriers on defense. Their offense will come to the plate, trying to take the lead with Bourgeois, Fairchild, and Guidry coming to the plate. Is the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. Inning against Jacob Curall, who had a good first inning on the mound. Bourgeois, big boy, that first baseman standing into that right-handed batter's box. It's Curall's pitch. Breaking pitch high, didn't break. 1-0.
Do not want to fall behind hitters.
1-0. Swing and a miss. 1-1. Jacob's control has been really good. He's not issued many walks. He winds and fires to the plate. Little low. 2-1. Shout out our friends at the Blue Boot Rodeo. They gave us a little care package as we were walking in. 2-1. Swing and a miss. 2-2. Thanks to Corey for that.
Yes, indeed. Appreciate it very much.
Two balls and 2 strikes to Julian Bourgeois. Just missed. Felicia thought that was strike 3, but it was outside. We were right behind home plate. It was outside. But not by much.
No, not by much.
Curall will step off. Curall is a guy that is a announcer-friendly pitcher as the 3-2 is cut on and caught.
Hit the ground.
Hit the ground, okay. But what I mean by that announcer-friendly pitcher is he works quick. He is interested in getting us home tonight. He gets the baseball and he's coming to the plate. The 3-2. Got him that time. Got to make a throw to first. Galicia does, and there's 1 away. So good job by Curall. He was working from behind that at bat, but ends up getting him at the end of the day.
Now that is the Terriers' right fielder, number 6, Jacob Fairchild.
Fairchild will stand in. He's the Terrier right fielder. We saw him make a nice catch in right field a minute ago. Curall's pitch. There's a strike 0-1.
Eduardo making sure catching that ball, just bringing it more inside.
Make a comment after this 0-1. That was low. This is not the strike zone we had against Covenant Christian on Monday or whenever it was. That was a very tight high school zone. You had to come over the heart of the plate, or it was called a ball that night. The 1-1. A little hit off the hands there, foul on the right side, 1-2. The happiest guy in the park that one rolled foul is Fairchild. You don't want that one to stay fair.
Yeah.
You're over here rubbing your hands down because of the sting while the defense is trying to chase the ball. And boy, does that hurt. Whether you got gloves on or not, that hurts. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Curall's pitch. Low. It's 2-2.
Keeping it off speed, trying to get him looking, but Fairchild did a nice job holding up.
Curall delivers another. Hit in the air on the left side. That is in the sky, and that is going to be caught by Pierce. Scraping the clouds on that pop-up, but Pierce gets it into the glove, and there's 2-way.
If
Now
I have
that
to
the
look up
Terriers'
that
pitcher,
that
number
high
13,
ball,
James Gidry.
there's no way.
That's why you're not the starting start.
Yes.
The starting shortstop, coach, as Gidry will stand in. 5 up and 5 down for Curall. That one's hit in the air to the left. Brock Johnson goes back, now comes in, and he dropped it. Outfield defense has been an issue for South Lafourche all year long. That's an error on the left fielder, and Gidry takes second.
You have to check on Brock Johnson. That ball hit him.
He was twisted and tied up like a pretzel the whole way. He went in and out. He never had a good read on it. And the ball just hit
Number
him.
24, John Wade.
Wade will stand in. The Terriers will look to take advantage of the error.
Nice base running by Gidry, hustling all the way down to second.
And running for himself. So Wade will stand in. See if Curall can pick up his left fielder here. Wide, 1-0, maybe a little up as well.
Was the guard holding the runner on second? They got a huge hole between first and second.
The 1-0. Hit in the air should be routine. Who wants it? Pierce calling them off. He'll make the play, and that'll retire the side. So the Tarpons commit an error, but the Terriers can't convert it into a run. We're going to the third. We're still scoreless. It's the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
No runs, no hits.
Already to the third inning. It'll be Buzigard, Mack, and Sanamo. There we go. Tarpons will be trying to get a run.
Just clear if it's too loud, too old.
Like you're too old if
Yeah,
you
it
think
was
that's
loud.
normal.
It was loud.
Buzigard will be trying to get the inning started off. It was a very diligent first inning for Guidry, but then a very methodical second inning where he just got through them in about 7-8 pitches.
I'm trying to recover from play, trying to press, sending us the commercials.
Wow, yeah. It was been a rough day, but to be fair, you have been up since 3 in the morning.
Yeah, it's
so
tough.
3 in the morning, I was 30 minutes into going to sleep at 3 in the morning.
Yeah.
Leading off the Cardinals in the top of the third inning. The second baseman, number 20, Mason Bluzo.
This guard will stand in the third. Coach, I'm telling you, and maybe I'm wrong, I'm not a baseball coach. Seeing the way these first 2 innings went, if I get an early inning base run, I'm playing for 1 run right now. Because I don't know how many 1-run opportunities I'm going to get. These guys are very sharp in the early stages. That's a strike. I could easily see this being a 2-1 type ball game.
It's to get a runner on with no outs.
Yep.
And see what they can do.
The 0-1. Ooh, nearly hit him, but then he also offered at it, so it's a foul ball. 0-2. And that's a little unconventional, right? Early in the game, you want to put a crooked number and go up 4-0, 5-0. I just don't know that there's any 4-run innings out there with the way these guys are going. The 0-2 is cut on and missed. And there's one away.
Now
Mack will stand in.
Number 1, Josh Mack.
Give his first strikeout of the game.
Mack has been really good since being inserted into that 9 hole. He's had several big base hits. Sees that one low, 1-0. We even got the opportunity earlier this week to watch Josh make his varsity starting debut catching, which will be his position next season, we think. Tell you, for a 9th grader, looked pretty good out there. That one's foul.
Yeah, Torpin's losing several key players, so you have to see over the summer how Coach Guitro shuffles that lineup a little bit.
It will be a very interesting swampland season for the Torpins. Got to figure out some pitching. That's where you're losing a lot of it. There's a strike, 1-2. You bring a good bit of your lineup back, but you do lose a lot of the arms. 1 ball and 2 strikes. Wide, 2-2.
Yeah, they were trying to set Mack up on the outside. Just too far out.
Guidry also works quick, which we like. The 2-2. Got him, called strike. Mack checked the swing, but the pitch was a called strike, and there's 2 away. That's the old crooked K.
That's the top of the lineup for Tarpons. The third baseman, number 3, Luke Sanamo.
Sanamo was retired by Brown in the first inning. Ground out to the second baseman. And a curveball for a strike, 0-1. Truckster's going to the concession stand. Hot dogs, look out.
Oh, he's going to critique.
The 0-1. That's chopped foul, and it's 0-2.
It's Coach Bob.
Yeah, they were not fans of the chili in that last game that we were at. They let us know about it.
Truck's 2 miles every morning. He's got to stop right there. Taking a little break.
No, he's watching the game. The 0-2. Swing and a miss, and that'll retire the side. It's another rather.
Leading off the Terriers, bottom of the third inning. The catcher, number 8, Connor Walk.
I don't know Connor Walk, but he's the coolest kid in the park. Abe's his last name's Walk, and Bebas' walk-up song is Walk This Way. Very appropriate. Pitch is cut on, and Pierce will just have that one go into the glove. He was in between hops. Walk makes a wide turn. He's going to second. Tarpon should have fielded that baseball. Out in the outfield, they kicked it around a little bit. That's going to be maybe a single and an error on the outfield again.
There you go. That's what we're gonna do. Is that E8?
That would be E6.
E6.
So the Terriers have an early inning base runner 22 will be running. I'll wait for the official call here from the
First
PA.
runner
Where
is
that
second
is.
base for the Terriers, number 22, Bryce Thibodeau. Coming to the
Thibodeau
plate for the
will be
Terriers, the left field, number 16, Arlene
Harrison.
LePage.
I mean, you get Walk a hit on that. Tarpon's got to do a better job in the outfield. Johnson came up to field the ball, went between his legs, and
Yeah.
kicked the ball around a little bit.
LePere will stand in, 9-hole. This is a possible bunting situation. He gets it down. Curall nearly catches it, but now it's going to end up being a single. Curall nearly caught it, then it kind of ricocheted out to Galicia. And boy, that couldn't have worked out any better. There's no one covering second base. The Tarpons are going to end up giving up second base too. Wake up, guys in blue. This has been a very poor defensive inning so far. There's going to be a single, and he advances to second strictly because no one was covering second. And boy, a rough start to the inning.
Well, look, that's Curall tried to make a play, a heck of a play, diving the ball, had it in his glove when he hit the ground, it just popped out. But then you throw it on the first, and after that, first baseman used to come off his bag and just call time.
Yep, there are a lot of guys that were watching baseball right there, and that's unfortunate.
Heads up play by the area.
Oh, absolutely. Great play by LePere. Now you're in a pickle. 2-1 with no out in the top of their order. Archilla will stand in. He struck out looking his first time up. Coach Guitros will have a meeting with the guys. And I think that meeting was just, hey, let's snap out of here.
The Terriers, the shortstop, number 7, Diego Archilla.
But again, you talk the urgency. We mentioned the last half inning. You can't get behind a whole lot today with the way Guidry's going. So you would like to. And then there you go. There's the evidence of it. They're bringing the infield in. There's a strike on the outside corner, 0-1. Normally, this is all day long. You bring the infield back. You try to, get a ground ball out. And Tarpons sense the urgency. The 0-1 is another called strike, 0-2. Curall has an opportunity to get a big first out. Archilla's goal is to just put it in play with that drawn-in infield. The 0-2. Jizz got a piece of it, and it's a chopper foul. It's going to stay 0-2. Big old lead. Look how big the lead is at second with the drawn-in infield. He's playing shortstop over there. It's the pitch in the dirt. It's 1-2. If you want to, you could be tempted to try to slide your center fielder in behind him and pick him up. Because he's got a massive lead. The 1-2. Breaking pitch hit up the middle. It'll be gloved by Buzigard. Gets it to the bag. No advance for the runner at third. So the drawn-in infield works, and the Tarpons get an out. Mason bobbled it a little bit, but had the presence of mind to get it to the bag. It's also kind of a weird hop off of the mound, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Terriers had to do all over again. I'm sure they'd send that runner from third home, but
Yeah, it looked like a ball that would have been right at a defender, but boy, it kind of took a weird bounce off of the mound.
you can't anticipate that Mason would bobble the ball.
Coleman stands in, and it's high and wide, 1-0. If Coleman does this at-bat, what he did last at-bat, it'll be 1-0. He hit a...
I'm calling a bunt here at third.
Yeah, it wouldn't be a bad idea. It's the pitch. Pop foul behind us. Cool pop.
Cool, huh?
It's 1-1. That's copyright infringement. I shouldn't say it before he says it.
Yeah, I agree
I'll
with
get my letter in the mail, I'm sure.
You'll hear from my attorney.
Jim Gagey.
You'll hear from my attorney, Jim Gagey.
The 1-1 shows bunt, and he bunts it foul. So good call, Coach. That was their plan. Didn't execute it. Now, do you try it again?
Nope.
Yeah, I don't think so either. The infield, by the way, is still in. If Curall could get a pop-out, strikeout, whatever it may be, they'd, of course, go back to normal depth. But Coleman handles the bat well. The 1-2. Chopped foul on the right side into the Terrier dugout, and it'll stay 1-2.
Yeah, Coleman can hit anything to the right. That's going to score a run.
The only way is if it'd be a hard liner right at Leday, you would think. Cural's eyeing his best Sunday slider right here to maybe get him to chase and see if he can get him to do so. The 1-2 chopped on the right side. Bozigard will glove it and will get it to the bag for the out. Good decision by Mason. You weren't going to get the out at home. He kind of bluffed the home and then got the shore out. So it'll be a runner at third, and now 2 outs. It's 1-0 Terriers, and Coleman gets an RBI.
Now that
Yeah,
the Terriers
if Coleman comes home with that,
number
there's no way
9,
to get that.
go in.
But if you're Curall, hey man, you had runners at second and third and no outs. If you only allow 1 run, you'd consider that a moral victory. But you got to get a good hitter in Gode first. Breaking pitch up 1-0. This is where Galicia's got to be a wall. Can't allow anything to get by you. The 1-0 is a called strike 1-1.
So next foul ball out of play, I'm just going to kill your mic in case.
Yeah, look, we're streaming on Facebook. Copyright infringement gets taken down off Facebook. The 1-1 hit foul on the right side. The park may hold it, but no one's going to chase it down. Good hustle by Josh Mack, though, and it's 1-2. Tell you what, Curall is doing a good job just continuing to throw strikes. He's had some defensive lapses in the inning, but he's not been bothered. The 1-2 hit hard, foul just to the left of the bag. And we'll do it over.
Yeah, if the Torpins can get out of this inning with 1 run scored, remember, third inning.
Yep, circle that one. Curall delivers. Good block by Galicia because, boy, that was not a very good pitch. That was way in front of home plate. That one kind of slipped out the hands. Now it's 2-2. It's the pitch. Hit on the right side. Leday's chasing it, and it's foul and out of play.
If you've got any young players out there, Eduardo Galicia, just the job what he did last year as a junior, not playing, but behind Hunter Conley, great catcher.
Yep.
And just sitting back, learning from him.
Yep, there's no transfer portal, huh? Just soaked it in, waited his turn. Has done a very nice job this year. The 2-2. Hit in the air to right center. Can anybody chase that down? They're going a long way, and that's in no man's land. I don't think Josh Mack saw that baseball very well. Conley came a long way, and it landed out there. And it's 2-0. And again, Tarpon outfielder's kind of a little shaky. There's going to be a double. No one touched it.
Yeah, Mack had to. Conley came way over from center field toward right.
He was closer to the ball than Matt was.
He had to lose the ball in the air.
So Bourgeois will stand in. Feel for Curall, just a tough luck inning on the mound. Wide 1-0.
But that's things that can't happen.
And it's things that have continuously happened. That's the struggle. The outfield defense has been a struggle all year. The 1-0 High 2-0. Tarpons are trying to stop the bleeding right here. The Terriers have a really good pitcher on the mound. It's going to be tough to score today. The pitch hit hard to center. Kale going back, but he's under it, and he will make the catch to retire the side. Vandebilt gets 2. They lead 2-0. South Boost will try to answer when play resumes. We'll be back in 60 seconds. Tarpon Sports Radio Network. 1 ball and 1 strike. The pitch to Leday. Up the middle, Brown's going to get it to the bag for 1. They'll try to get 2, and he's out. Not retire the side. It is a 4-6-3 double play. The Terriers will put him away. Good defense from Vandebilt. We'll be back in the home half of the 4th. It's Terriers 2, South Beach nothing on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
And they leave nobody out. 4-6-3 double play into the end.
Lead South. Who's got a scoreboard update brought to you by Maritime Safety Solutions. Cool. LSU is hammering Kentucky. Put that mic back on. I heard what you tried to do there. LSU's beating Kentucky 11-1 out in the box in the, Dominic saying, the 3rd inning. 2 Grand Slam home runs for the Tigers.
Leading off the Terriers at the bottom of the 4th inning. The right fielder.
That team's getting a little annoyed just hearing about how many holes they got and how they're not playing this. They've been number 1 all year. People need to relax.
The mic went out.
The mic just short-circuited.
Yeah.
Fairchild will stand in. First pitch of the bottom of the 4th inning. Hit in the air to left. Pierce wants it, and he's got it for the out. And there's 1 away. So he went out to the outfield grass slightly.
That ball comes off the back. Well, it looks like it's on. But for sure, left field, he gets way too high.
Yeah. Gidger will stand in. He reached on the error. That was the ball that kind of got into Johnson's chest a little bit. Shows bunt this time, pulls it back, and it's a called strike on 1.
Good idea. Sanamo playing back. Now he's going to move up a little.
And Gidger does run well. We saw that. He took the extra base on that fly ball to left. Ended up at second base. It's inside 1-1. My Braves are off today. They had played 10 straight days. They finally got a day off today. The 1-1. Why? 2-1.
Well, I bet on them yesterday. Never again.
Never again.
Nope.
But they still won yesterday, right? You just didn't.
Not enough.
The 2-1. Hit in the air on the left side. Heads up over there. I see you, Jahari Coleman. It lands right where he was standing, and it's 2-2. That's Jahari Coleman Sr., of course, not the Terrier player. He's not standing in left field. 2 balls and 2 strikes. It's the pitch. Hit up the middle. Buzigard's going to make a play. Got to make a throw, and he got him 2 away. So 2 quick outs for Curo. Now John Wade will stand in.
Terriers, third baseman, number 24, John Wade.
There's no way these kids are picking these songs. This is clever word from the press box, folks. Yes, I was about to, I was going to say, there's no way those kids are picking that. As Wade will stand in. The pitch is a strike 0-1. Already in the home half of the 4th, this game is going pretty quickly so far. Now that I say that, a thunderstorm is forming. The 0-1 wide. Oh, Dominic gave me another scoreboard update that you're not going to be happy with. It's now 14-1 LSU. So that'll be a 7-inning game likely, folks, as the Tigers are looking to get a mercy rule win. The 1-1 high, 2-1. Well, you know who the 2 MVPs of the season are for us? And I'm not talking Tarpon players. I mean just for us radio-wise. As the 2-1 is hit through the glove of Sanamo into the outfield for a hit. So
Good effort from Sanamo.
Big John gets a knock, and now Connor Walk will stand in. But, boy, we got a big old debt of gratitude to Luke Blazers and Dominic Ducey. They have done an excellent job this year. Two producers. They make us sound good. That's a really hard thing to do.
Tough.
Walk had a single his last time up. Throw back and a fairly close play.
Gotta get our sponsor sheet too. Our scoreboard update.
Yeah, that's brought to you by
Maritime
Safety Solutions. Thank them so much for their support. Breaking pitch called strike 0-1. Tarpons don't want any kind of 2-out shenanigans here. You're already down 2 runs against a guy who is throwing some BBs out there in Guidry. The 0-1. Hit in the air to the left, tailing and dropping, but it's a foul ball. Just foul. Johnson was coming up. Pierce and Sanamo were going out. And it landed in the Bermuda Triangle, but fortunately the Bermuda Triangle was to the left of the foul line. Fortunately if you're a Tarpon fan, that is. So it's 0-2. Curel's pitch, high and inside.
Count we have here.
1-2. See if Curel can get him to chase something out of the zone. Pitch. Hard hit into the Tarpon dugout foul. It's a stay 1-2.
They sit back on that off speed. They a little ahead of it.
Yeah. They don't necessarily fear the heater of Curel. He'll sit around 78, 79. The 1-2. Breaking pitch, a little excuse me swing foul on the right side, and we'll do it over.
Nice job by Walk. If not, he doesn't swing. It could have possibly been called a third strike on the inside corner.
Bucky giving the calls to Galicia, who then gives the calls to Curel. The 1-2. Got him. But it gets away. You're going to have to make a throw. No chance. The runners will advance. So it's a strikeout, but via the wild pitch, Curel's going to have that rare inning where he has to get more than 3 outs.
Yes.
First runner at first base for the Terriers, number 22, Bryce Thibodeau.
Thibodeau will run.
And coming to the
for
plate
walk.
for the Terriers, the left fielder, number 16,
Repair will stand in.
Eduardo's catch question. They got a guy at first, but it's 2 outs.
Yeah, it doesn't matter, yeah. LePere reached on a bunt single his first time up. They're still back. He can do it again if he wants. That's why I'd want to know. Wouldn't be the worst idea to drop one down and set up your leadoff guy with the bases loaded. Pitch. Fisted on the right side. Who wants it? Bozigard's calling for it. He makes the play and that retires the side. Terriers threaten, but get nothing on the board. We're going to the 5th inning. It's 2-0 Vandebilt. We'll be right back on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. quite as challenging, have they?
Leading off the
So we
top
see
of
we'll
the top
stand
of the
in.
fifth inning, the catcher, number 9.
But there is a
Eduardo
pretty strong
Luisi.
possibility that both guys could get all the way through. Skirell's at that midway point of where he needs to be. If the Tarpons don't rally, Curel's going to have to throw one less inning. The pitch is a strikeout and 1 to Galicia. Eduardo chased the first pitch his last at bat, flew out to right. The 0-1. Good breaking pitch. That's a beauty. 0-2. There is nothing you can do with that one as a hitter, except exactly what Eduardo did. Just watch it go into the glove.
Tip your cap to him. You got you.
The 0-2. Swing and a miss. It feels like Mr. Guidry is getting stronger as this game goes on, as Kale will stand
Now
in.
batting for the Tarpons, the center fielder,
Yes,
number
the
6,
Tarpon
Aiden
batters
Collins.
off balance right now.
Hayden grounded out to the third baseman his first time up, Wade. Pitch. Inside. 1-0. Beautiful day today. That wind is just kind of dying out on the pole. Slow, 2-0. It was a little breezy earlier, but not as much since the sun has begun to set. And also that disturbance gets farther and farther away. Those winds go away. The 2-0. Swing and a miss. It's 2-1.
Chase him.
Yeah.
Hopefully the wind stays down for tomorrow. And if there's no baseball, I'll be in the boat.
Sounds like a guy who's looking to go crabbing. That one's hit in the air a mile behind us. Foul.
We'll try
Top
to
lane.
catch a few redfish tomorrow.
Okay, going red fishing. Something tells me you will be sitting on a chair next to me at Eddie Blanchard Field.
I think so.
Instead of catching redfish, you get to hang out with me. That's foul. Sounds like you lose that trade.
Oh,
And if that is the case, obviously there will be no play-by-play tomorrow, assuming that it is an early game like we are hearing it may be. 2 balls and 2 strikes. Hit hard on a rope to left and caught. The running catch by the left fielder makes the play. There's 2 outs. Tarpons gave it a ride. Good swing from Kale.
15.
Now batting for the Tarpons, the designated hitter, number
Bird will
15,
stand in.
Camden Bird.
He popped out to the second baseman his first time up. Pitch. Low. 1-0. We have been saying all year, boy, Camden's due to hit one over, and he's hit so many off the fence that he just hasn't quite been able to get one over. See if he can get the barrel on something here. The 1-0. Low. 2-0. Well, you're going to get your heater here, probably ahead 2-0. And again, might throw a changeup at you. The pitch. It is a very well placed fastball in the outside corner, 2-1.
Not a bad job up Burrow taking that pitch.
Yep, that's not one you can do much with. 2-1. Hit hard the other way, foul, and it's 2-2. Tarpons have what appears to be Pierce throwing in the bullpen. It's a little surprising.
Burrow's got to be careful here.
The 2-2. Good pitch, no doubt about it. He knew it. Curveball buckled him, and that'll retire the side. Guidry is showing us why he is Vandebilt #1. He's been excellent. Going to the home half of the 5th, it's 2-0 Terriers from the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
It's time to get up and stretch for the
Archilla has struck out and grounded out. He's 0 for 2. And the first pitch he will see from Jacob Curall is outside 1-0.
Just a little.
One-0 chopped into the Tarpon dugout off of Coach Bucky, who wears that one. He's okay. It's 1-1. Something tells me that Coach Bucky can take it. He seems to be like a pretty tough gentleman. The 1-1. Breaking pitch, hit him in the back. That's a leadoff base runner for the Terriers.
Been a sign sometimes when Curall starts to get a little tired.
Now that's the Terriers, the center fielder number 4, Jahari Coleman.
The pitch count's not elevated, and he is full rest, but he has been dealing with some back soreness and some different physical ailments. See if Coleman lays one down. The Tarpons think he will. Santamo's in on the grass. Time call. One on and no out. Curall will throw back and the runner's in safe. We got VSN in the house today. They're broadcasting this game. Shout out to my guy, Eric Ritchie. Coleman pulls back the bat and takes a pitch for a strike. I was fortunate enough to work with them for the Bayou River All-Star game a couple weeks ago. Oh, they got him that time. Yes, they did. They just picked him off. Archilla got caught leaning and he got picked off. There's one away. Coach Menard's going to go and talk about it, but we had a pretty good look. It looked like they had him. Here's the thing about these discussions. They usually are pretty one-sided. You usually don't get them to change their mind, but they are going to discuss something with the home plate umpire. I think they might have lost the baseball briefly, but I think they're saying it was on the exchange, like throwing it back to the pitcher.
He dropped it when he was trying to take it out of
And he's out. After further review, the call on the field stands. Or something like that. And there's one away. Coach Menard is still not all that thrilled by what he's being told by the umpire. But it was a big first out for the Tarpons. Now the meeting commences.
starts again.
There's going to come a point in time, and it looks like the home plate umpire, right as he was starting to make the walk that way, Coach Menard, got it mixed up, said that it's time to go back in. Got a scoreboard update as that one's hit hard right at the first baseman. Out. Scoreboard update brought to you by Maritime Safety Solutions. How about this one? Thibodeau 2, Central 0 in the 5th inning.
The designated hitter, number 9. Owen.
Thibodeau wins that game, they're going to be at home in the opening round. Like, they're going to lock that down. That'd be a huge win for them.
And 102.7.
Could potentially be there, right? As that one's hit hard to the left for a hit. So it is a hit for Goday. He's heading to second. Nope, he'll pull back. A solid base hit for the Terriers.
Goday's second hit.
Now Julian Bourgeois will stand in.
15, Julian Bourgeois.
Bourgeois flew out to center, struck out. He's 0 for 2. He's a good hitter, though. He's due to break out of that here. Let's see if the Tarpons can put him away a third time in a row. Throw back, and he's in safe that time.
Trying to see if the Tarpons do play again after the Destrehan game, either Friday or Saturday. Monday, the end of the season.
Strike. Monday looks clear weather-wise, but could be a situation where Dunham's not enthused about coming down and playing based on where they sit. Make a point about baseball is we always do the one that's hit hard to the left fielder right at him. Brock Johnson will make the play and retire the side. So I'll tell you my little story that I wanted to get to after this commercial break. It's 2-0 Terriers. We're going to the sixth inning on the Tarpon Sports Radio Network. It's 2-0 in favor of the Terriers. We're in the top of the sixth inning. Buzigard, Mack, and Sanamo will be batting for the Tarpons, trying to get a little rally going, make them sweat a little bit. Since the first inning, offense has been few and far between for the Tarpons. And really in the first inning, they only had one base runner. They were just having better approaches, better swings. Since then, it's been a grind.
Leading off the Tarpons in the top of the sixth inning. Second baseman number 20, Mason Buzigard.
Sixth inning. So if he stays under 84, it's a 2-day rest.
Buzigard struck out swinging his first time up. Foul behind us.
Kuma.
And into the Terrier football field area.
So if Kuro would stay under 84, he can be available Monday. Even Sunday they would play.
The 0-1 is low. And look, that Monday game, if you're officially out of the playoffs, that could be a, hey, let's just play our seniors and get everybody an inning or two and all staff it.
Play.
The 1-1. Why? 2-1. Okay, Herm, I got you. What I was going to mention about baseball in the last half inning is, boy, you could add and subtract games so late in baseball compared to other sports.
Yes.
Like up until the last week or so, you could maneuver your schedules. That one's hit in the air to center. Coleman's there. And he'll make the catch. One away.
Yeah.
Now that is the Tarpons, the right fielder number 1, Josh Mack.
The 15th, which is what, Sunday?
Wow. So, like, you could just show up and say on Sunday, hey, I need a 30-point win. Let me dial up. That's amazing. Pierce will stand in. He bunted out and walked in the game. He fouls that one into the right side area.
Kuma? Maybe?
I like the reluctance of the coup-pop call that time, as that one might be Hotel
No,
Bell.
they'll have to climb the fence.
It's inside. Nope, it hit him. Tarpons will have a base runner as Pierce gets grazed by that one. Now tying run, Jacob
Back to the
Kuro
top of the lineup,
leads into
the
one.
Tarpons with third baseman number 3, Luke Sandoval.
Wait, what? Oh, I'm way off of my lineup.
Yeah,
Card. I'm so sorry. That's Josh Mack that got hit. My apologies. My apologies. It's Sanamo standing in. My bad, y'all. That one's hit in the air, foul behind us.
Kuma.
Yep.
Folks listening on the radio say, man, what is he doing today? What's going on? Sanamo struck out and grounded out. They throw back and Mac is in safe.
Or you're probably tired from waving at me. Play by play. Don't press that button.
No, I just lost my place. I don't know. It happens. Stuff happens. The pitch, foul on the left side, and it's 0-2.
See if a fence in front of the dugouts, screen. I'm waiting for that until it's mandatory.
Yep. Boy, a couple years ago they had to wear helmets out there. Now that went away quick. The 0-2 to Sanamo. Guidry's pitch. Hit on the right side. The right fielder chasing it. He's sliding, and he didn't make the play. But boy, he gave it one heck of an effort. Fairchild did. Good hustle. And it'll stay 0-2. Sanamo would love to get on for Pierce, who's on deck. The 0-2. Wide. 1-2. They'll throw back behind Mac, but he's in safe.
Dangerous throw.
Yep.
Back to first from the catcher.
But a great job by the right fielder backing it up just in case. He was on the move. The 1-2 in the dirt by the catcher. The Tarpons will get a free base. Mac will head over to second, and the count will be 2-2.
Walt did a good job trying to block it. It was too much of a wild pitch.
So now a Sanamo base hit could potentially get the Tarpons on the board in the late stages. Here's the 2-2. Foul into the netting. It'll stay 2-2. .311 down the left field line, .306 down the right field line. That right center power alley, .389. That's the deep spot. The 2-2. Fisted it, foul into the land of the cool pop. Send it over to stay 2-2. Good at bat. Sanamo making them work, fouling off, spoiling some good pitches. What you would expect him to do. He has been good all year. The 2-2. Wide, and it's full. Pierce is on deck. The Tarpons would love to get the tying run on base. Continue to apply that pressure. It's a full count. Guidry delivers. Hit in the air on the right side. Will the Park hold it? Yes, it will. I think.
Yep.
Yeah, and he made the catch.
Yes.
The fans are not really applauding because they can't see the play, but he did make the catch. And there's 2 away.
Now that is the Tarpons, the shortstop, number 7, Jacob Pierce.
Now Pierce will stand in. As I was saying a minute ago when I thought he was batting and he was not, he has walked and grounded out a bunt. Pitch. Nearly got hit. 1-0.
Tarpon fans would sure like to see Kiro batting here to 6.
Yep. Pierce will have to find a way aboard for that to be the reality. We're in the late stages of this game in the 6th. Pitch. In the dirt. 2-0. Guidry's command hasn't been quite as sharp in the 6th inning. Mac is over at second base. The 2-0. High. 3-0. On deck is Kiro. One red light or two red lights?
Two.
Two? Okay.
Well, no, they'll give him one.
They give him one. The 3-0 is a called strike 3-1. I think this is going to be what you call a yellow light. Only swing if it's right down the middle. The 3-1. He took it, and it's 3-2.
It's a good take. That's just a great pitch.
Yeah, very good pitch. So he's worked it back full after being behind 3-0, Guidry has. Let's see what the full count has to offer. And it's inside, didn't miss by much, but the Tarpons get the call. And there'll be runners at first and second now with Curall standing in.
Now that the Tarpons, the pitcher, number 11, Jacob Curall.
So the most promising offensive inning for the Tarpons is right here. This is the biggest at-bat of the game as Curall had a base hit up the middle his last time up. And he's got the pop with one swing to potentially flip this game upside down.
This is a big spot for the Tarpons.
Pitch break and pitch cut on a missed 0-1. Got a nice juicy hanger, but he was behind it. 0-1. It's the pitch. Hit hard on the right side, but right at the first baseman who's there to retire the side. So line out to Bourgeois, who puts it away. Tarpons get 2 on the bases. Nothing on the board. It's 2-0 Vandebilt. We'll be back in 60 seconds on the Tarpons Sports Radio Network. Sports Radio Network. In case you just started, Coach Brian Conley, the Terriers will have Fairchild, Guidry, and Wade batting 5, 6, and 7 against Curall when the play resumes. Curall was the last batter, so it's going to be a little bit of a longer half-inning break here. He was spending some time in the dugout collecting his thoughts. Probably a little frustrated as he lined out to end the last inning. Get a reminder to play by ear. Tomorrow the Tarpons may be playing, may not be playing.
The right fielder, number 6, Jacob Fairchild.
Tonight would be a good night for the Braves to be playing.
Now I don't know where this is going. Why is that?
Oh, we could have gone to the establishment and watched the game.
Oh, I see. Not a bad idea. How about breaking news announcement as that pitch is a called strike. Truck has left the building. He is walking out of the stadium right now.
He's going to get another viewpoint of the game.
Yeah, the truck. That's wide 1-1.
It's too cold for him. We got a little chilly.
No, we're happy he was out here tonight supporting the Tarps. Something tells me they may be going to get a bite. The 1-1 is outside 2-1. The Fairchild was grounded out to Pierce 2 times in a row. 2-1. Hit behind us. It's 2-2. Already in the home half of the 6th, the Tarpons down to just 3 outs. Down 2 runs. We told you since the 2nd inning that this was going to be a game where the offenses would struggle. That one's hit in the air on the left side. Who wants it? Pierce is calling for it. He's got it. There's one away. There's a ball in the air in the infield. We know who wants it. I don't know if he's going to catch it, but Pierce wants it.
Critical here for the Tarpons to keep this a 2-run game.
Yeah, it's going to be hard to score 2.
Top half of the 7, and they got their 4, 5, and 6 hole hitters coming up, which the bottom of the lineup's going to have to produce.
Guidry hits that one on a rope. That might be over. Kale, he's chasing it. That's on the base of the fence out there. Guidry is flying the second base. He runs very well. He's heading to third, and he will be in at third. Another Tarpon defensive miscue. They just kind of booted the throw in from center field, and Vandebilt has a big old insurance run over to third.
Now
Wade will stand in.
Nice job of base running by Guidry. He was holding up for the standing double. He was looking. Tarpons bobbled the ball out on the relay.
Oh, he runs really well for a pitcher. Wade is a third baseman. He's got an infield, not an infield single, he's got a solid hit to the left. And he's grounded out. Tarpon infield coming in again. Skirrell's pitch. That'll do it. That's a fly ball to right. The Terriers are about to add a run to their lead, and Josh Mack didn't even catch him. And he fell down out there in right. Oh, boy. Outfield defense continuing to plague the Tarpons. It's 3-0. That'll be an error on the right fielder.
Now by the Terriers, the catcher, number 8, Connor Walk.
Walk will stand in. Boy, you feel for Tyrol, man. It has been a defensive struggle today.
Late change here, guys.
We have a sub. Pinch hitter. Let's see the specifics. Haydell, we think, is the new batter. Something tells me Walk will re-enter in the defensive spot at catcher. We've also got a runner.
Runner at second base for the Terriers, number 19, James LeBlanc, and now coming to the plate for the Terriers, number 20, Scotty Hayden.
Walk struck out his last time up, and now it'll be Haydell getting his first opportunity. Walk ended up reaching safely on the wild pitch strikeout.
If as well as our infield has played this year, the outfield
All year, Bubba. It's been a struggle.
dropping balls.
It's been a struggle.
That's fine.
It's the pitch. Inside 1-0.
Trying to throw me 2 curveballs.
Quiet ballpark here.
Yep. The 1-0 pitch. Yeah, it's a called strike, 1-1. 3-0 Terriers. They just added an insurance run. It's looking like they're in a good spot to head into that matchup with Assumption staying undefeated. Would love to know a South Terrebonne Assumption score from today. That one's fisted foul behind us.
Cool.
See if I can find something real quick for you.
Yeah, I know that it's done. This start at 4. Ain't no way they're still playing. The 1-2.
Ooh.
Got him. Late call, but got him, and there's 2 away. So Haydell strikes out.
Now back to the Terriers, number 5, Bo Lede.
Lede will bat for LaPere. Another pinch hitter. It's one thing that Coach Menard did a lot last year too, and we saw these guys. They use a lot of pinch hitters and get a lot of guys some reps and some swings. Build up some depth like that. Any luck?
Yeah. Give it to you. School board update brought to you by Maritime Safety Solutions. Terrebonne got beat 10-0 by
Oh
Assumption.
my goodness. I, in a million years, wouldn't have seen. Look, I'm not surprised Assumption won. That's not at all what I'm saying. But a 10-0 in Berg. Whew. We've been warning you about Assumption all year long. That first pitch of the day was a strike, by the way, 0-1. Pitch. Get in the air to center. Can Kale make the grab? He can, and that'll retire the side. Tarpon's got some work to do. They've got to get 3 runs to stay alive. It's 3-0 Terriers. We're going to the 7th inning. It's the Tarpon Sports Radio Network.
Lutcher 10, Ellender 0.
So this has been the day of the run rules and the day of the shutouts. Vandebilt trying to get a shutout here. It's 3-0. It's up to Lede, Galicia, and Kale.
The first baseman, number 2, Jack Lede.
We were told entering the park today, hey, Gidry's a good one. They were not lying to us. He's a good one. He's been excellent on the mound. And there's a strike 0-1. They grounded into a double play his last time up. The 0-1 called strike 0-2. Staring into the mitt of walk, the 0-2 high 1-2. Terry's got to play some games coming down the stretch. They still got a matchup with Central Lafourche. Of course, that Assumption game we talked about. The 1-2. Swing and a miss, and they'll have to make a throw, and they do. So, Mr. Kale, let me ask you a question as there's one out. Let's assume, and I don't think they give rain Monday, but let's assume it would rain Monday. And the district championship game just could not be played. What would happen?
That's a very good question.
Now, you don't earn an extra power point. You do earn an automatic bid in. Would they just say, hey, we're just sharing it?
You probably go records.
Yeah, that's a strike
They
too.
all tied, and you'd have to. I mean, if you can't get the game in.
And it's the last playing day. So, yeah, good breaking pitch and strike 0-2. Gidry is putting on a clinic with that hook.
That you would have to get the principles of the district would have to vote on that.
The 0-2. Muscled on the left side. Gidry fields his position, makes a throw to the bag, and the Tarpons are down to their last out. Now Kale will stand in.
Center fielder, number 6, Hayden Kale.
Kale gave one a ride to left his last time, but it got caught.
On 1 and 2, 3 hours. 0, 1, 3 hours, 3, 6, and 0. Winning pitcher.
Gidry delivers. Inside 1-0.
Time of the game will be 47 minus 13, 34, 1 hour and 34 right now.
Been a very, very quick game, the 1-0.
24.
Strike.
6:13.
So we got started here at about 6:15ish, and it's not even 8 o'clock yet.
Quick game.
We're wrapping up. The pitch. Inside. 2-1.
43, and 4.
Tarpons are hoping for a little late game magic. They need 2 base runners to have a chance. The 2-1. Hit hard. There's a base hit. Colley strokes that one to left, and the Tarpons still have some life. It's a good piece of hitting from Colley. Sets up Camden Bird.
Now that is the Tarpons' designated hitter, number 15, Camden Bird.
Camden struck out his last time up on a wicked off-speed pitch, and he knew it. He just shook his head and said, "Yep, I struck out." And we headed back to the dugout. Guidry's pitch. Strike 0-1.
Colley's got to be careful at first base. Do not take a big lead.
Yep, your run doesn't mean a whole lot. It's the pitch. Hit hard by Bird to left, and they're chasing it. That's over everybody's head. The Tarpons are going to get a run, we think. They're going to come home, and South Lafourche is on the board with a double from Camden Bird. So don't count out the boys in blue just yet. Bird gave it a ride, and it's now 3-1. The tying run will come to the plate. Mason Buzigard. Off the bat, we knew that one was going to fly a long way. We just didn't know if the left fielder was going to catch it. LePere couldn't get to it. Gave it a heck of an effort.
Yeah, he gave it a hell of a try.
Now Buzigard will stand in. He is the tying run in the game. Can the Tarpons keep handing the baton over to the next guy? Coach Mike Thompson's going to go talk to his pitcher. This is our first mound visit, second mound visit of the game. The Tarpons had one early. This is our second, and it is brought to you by 3T, home of the drive-through oil change. We have not had any 3T pitching changes today. And that was to be expected with these two all-district caliber arms.
If, still a long ways away, if we have to play a bottom of 7, the Terriers have their starting, their number 1, 2, 3 go-hitters. Top of the lineup.
Top of the lineup. Still a little ways away. The Tarpons got to do some work, but it's looking a little more promising than it did a second ago after the RBI double. Buzigard's 0 for 2. The first pitch from Guidry. He is a strike 0-1. Vandebilt fans were kind of sitting on their hands a little bit in the early stages of the inning. Now they're making a little noise. The 0-1. Foul, and now the Tarpons are down to their final strike, perhaps.
Tarpons got to look for a stinger.
The 0-2. Foul into the netting. Buzigard trying to stay alive. The Tarpons are down to their final strike and their final out. Guidry's pitch. He got him, and that'll end the game. He's fired up, and he should be fired up. The Terriers get a 3-1 win. They defend their home field. They stay undefeated in district. Coach, some final thoughts. Vandebilt gets the win.
Errors in outfield. They called for Tarpons.
Terriers, 3 runs, 6
couple runs, and